In 1994, the Minnesota Council of Nonprofits developed the principles and practices for nonprofit excellence. Our goal was to strengthen the nonprofit community by providing resources that would help guide the efforts of nonprofits across the state and region. The 11 accountability principles and 192 management practices are meant to serve as a roadmap to success for the nonprofit community. MAP for Nonprofits created the Excellence Award in 2003 to honor nonprofits who have incorporated the principles and practices into every aspect of their organization's work. This year, Wayside House has been selected to receive this prestigious award. By aligning themselves with the principles and practices for nonprofit excellence, Wayside House has created a strong organization that is making a profound difference in the lives of women and families in Minnesota. Because of their diligent analysis and evaluation tactics, Wayside House was able to increase program completion by 38%. Less than 9% of women leave with a failed treatment experience. Their strategy for civic engagement and public policy gives a voice to the community they serve. And perhaps, most impressively, Wayside House has established a 15-member board, 58% of which are individuals in recovery. Wayside House is a shining example of how integration of the principles and practices for nonprofit excellence strengthens the community by building stronger nonprofits. Congratulations to Wayside House on earning the 2016 Nonprofit Excellence Award.
This is Mateo. He is my youngest of 3. Prior to me admitting myself into treatment, he and I were living in my Pontiac Sunfire convertible, and we were going from place to place, couch surfing, and I was on meth, so I didn't really eat that much. I ate a couple times a week. All I could think about was him and what was going to happen, and I wanted to stay out, and then again I knew I needed help, and I didn't know how to do it, and so I knew if I kept going further like this, I wasn't going to be alive much longer.
Well, I wasn't thrilled to be going to Wayside. Straight up, best decision I ever made for the wrong reason, and the wrong reason was to avoid legal consequences. So I was scared to death because I had no idea what it was like. I really didn't know anybody sober when I sobered up and went into treatment. So I started there in 1979 as a resident.
The Wayside House was established in 1954. It was a shelter to provide a supportive environment so women could have a meal, be in a nurturing, safe environment, not be trafficked, not be exploited. Now what we have is we have 4 locations, we have multiple programs, and this is really a natural evolution of being responsive to the unique needs of women when they walk in the door.
Treatment was fine, but Wayside is what solidified my sobriety and really was the miracle that transformed my life. We learned basic living skills, basic recovery skills, learning more through counseling and peer counseling and group counseling and individual counseling, how to live a life.
I remember hearing in one of the groups the phrase saying, surrender to your addiction. And I just pretty much, my hands went up. And this was definitely not a place where there was any judgment at all from staff or the other residents.
We are client-centered, and the client drives the design of their treatment program.
Wayside works really hard to make sure that women have the opportunity to stay as long as they need until they get what they need to get started or to go to the next step, whatever that is.
I didn't really know who I was at the time, and so I was just allowed to grow and blossom and find out who I am.
The mission of Wayside House is to reconnect the women with their life, their sobriety, their person, their self, their family, their community, and to do it in a way that is holistic, safe, nurturing, and quality.
It breaks your heart that there was so much pain, and then you get so excited because there's such transformation. and they're alive and they're miracles and they're going forward.
This place changed my life. Like this place showed me who I am. This place allowed me to reunite with my family, and I love this place.
Saving lives and enhancing lives, and watching the women get an opportunity to live a life that they deserve to live, that's what makes this all worth it.